Hello, guys. Good day. This is Anna of Reinforce McLove, your fellow positive reinforcer. Today, I am going to talk about the top 2 reasons why women feel irritable during periods. Now, this is a real life living example answer, which is from me, myself, and I. Today is my first day, first day of my period this morning. So far, I'm still alive. I was still able to make it. My boyfriend is still alive too. He's in safe hands so far. And I was fighting for like an hour or two from this so called PMS. But, what is really PMS? That is basically the first reason why women feel, cranky or angry during their period. Now, I got this from the NHS UK, conditions about premenstrual syndrome, PMS. Now, according to NHS, PMS, premenstrual syndrome, refers to a range of psychological, physical, emotional symptoms that many women experience in the days or weeks leading to their period. Now, according to NHS again, the most common symptoms of PMS include mood swings, cranky, wants to start a fight, irritable, don't ask me again kind of look like, are you asking me? How dare you ask me if I'm okay? How dare you tell me get over it? How dare? Don't say anything. Okay, just leave in peace. But not for good though. Another symptoms, feeling depressed or irritable. I mentioned irritability a while ago, but depressed, women during PMS, yes, indeed, we are warlords. But whenever we hear something which touches our heart, or we see something in the movie or a kind of situation which touches our heart, we feel sensitive about it. We cry, we're teary. And then when somebody asks us an off question, and we're like, really? You're asking me that? While we're teary at the same time. It's hard to explain, guys, other than just live with it. Another symptoms, feeling upset, anxious, and emotional. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Emotional damage. Whenever you say things that hurt us, even though it doesn't really necessarily hurt us, but it hit us in some way. It hit our hormones. Okay, let's just say it that way. Tiredness, trouble with sleeping. So it happens to when women are in nearly menopausal. Bloating and crampy. So that's what I felt this morning. Crampy, bloating. I felt this days, like 4 5 days before my first day, the first day of my period. Breast tenderness, headache. Nah, never felt this ever. Spotty skin. Nah. Greasy hair. Nah. But this is common too, to other women. Changes in appetite or food cravings. Yes, indeed. I thought I was pregnant. That no matter what I do, when I'm nearly on my period, I try to fast a little bit, work out. I do that. I do workout. I drink a lot of water. I try to eat healthy, but I still feel bloated. And then I thought that maybe I could be there's something, instead of checking my weight, I'm checking if there is any heartbeat going on in my belly. But you know, it happens to women. That's why it's hard for us to maintain an abs. Yes, indeed, there are women who can, flex their abs during the competition, but it's hard to maintain such abs because of our hormones. Our estrogen, which I love most, our loving estrogen wouldn't allow us to stock in a six pocket abs on our belly because our estrogen would love to stock fats and glycogen on our hip so that we can feel like a woman. We are in shape like a woman. That's why we have estrogen. And during PMS, premenstrual syndrome moments, there's some sort of shifting, a rise and fall of estrogen and progesterone that time. And when that happens, oh my gosh, can't explain it. When something triggers us, what? Yes. Why did you ask that? Oh my gosh, that's how it feels. But it could be okay. It could be that's your dirty attitude, all right. But hormones also have something to say about the way we are. Now, another tips from NHS UK. So, according to this article, things you can try to help for PMS: exercise regularly, eat healthy, balanced diet. You may find eating frequent smaller meals every 2 to 3 hours. Okay, yeah, that's how good our appetite is when we're about to have our period. But sometimes it's mistakenly PMS, but sometimes it's just you're pregnant. So we got to weigh things out. We got to strike the balance again. Another tips from NHS: get plenty of sleep. Oh gosh, this is great. Well, I'm also good at this. Try reducing your stress by doing yoga and meditation. Okay. Take painkillers like ibuprofen, if you're not allergic to it, paracetamol to ease the pain. Keep diary of your symptoms for at least 2 menstrual cycles. You can take this to your GP or your doctor for appointment if it's really worse. PMS, the moments when women are cranky during their period, this is also the reason why we file sick leave. We can't make it to work. And if we ever make it to work, we don't like to be there. So, yeah, basically, again, our hormone has something to say. And another thing from NHS: do not smoke. Do not drink too much alcohol. Guys, I did all this stuff. That do not. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I still have this. Now, the second reason why women do feel irritable, cranky, like monstrous in some sort, a little bit monstrous during their period is that, to be honest, when I try to scan or research about the cause of PMS, is that it says here, even in NHS though, the exact cause of PMS isn't fully understood, but it is believed to be primarily linked to hormonal changes that occur during menstrual cycle. Now, I am going to share to you what are these hormonal changes before we go to the second reason. So the first one, I've already said it earlier, the hormonal fluctuation, between estrogen and progesterone, and these changes affect the brain chemicals like serotonin, which regulates the mood, moody. The drop of serotonin levels during the luteal phase. Luteal phase is the time between the ovulation and the start of the menstruation. So ovulation means, that is the time when our ovary release an egg to the menstrual cycle, which is, the cleaning up of our uterus, wherein they have to clean up the old eggs, and then it becomes a period, a menstruation for women. Now, well, in terms of hormonal changes, another neurotransmitter that is affected is the serotonin and the GABA neurotransmitter, which are vital in controlling mood and anxiety. Sensitivity to these shifts may contribute to emotional symptoms of PMS. That is the reason why women tend to be really sensitive, like hurtful. Oh, you hurt me about what you said, you hurt me about what he did, I got touched by this movie, and I can go cry. So PMS has something to do about that, other than personality, other than character of a woman. Our hormones have something to say. Well, Other than being cranky, though, yes, women has also experience of having a poor sleep, stress, and lack of exercise. That's in accordance to NHS that you must not you must not have like a poor kind of quality sleep. You must not drink caffeine, salt, or any alcohol. Yeah, some women do drink alcohol, and yeah, happy life. And some women love caffeine, love coffee. So yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. But even me, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink alcohol. I still feel cranky, well, during my period. Now, the second reason why women feel irritable during their period is basically unknown. You know, PMS alone couldn't even be fully understood why. Everything is just suggestive. Hormonal shifts or neurotransmitter affecting the neurotransmitters, affecting the mood and our body and our belly, the way we eat, our appetite and all. Absolutely the reason why women feel cranky with all the pain that we feel during our period with the so-called PMS, it is not fully understood. In other words, the second reason, as I've said earlier, it's unknown. No one knows why. Even us, even myself. Why am I feeling this way during my period? I actually want to be happy in my periods. I want peace on earth. I don't want to. I, I want people to feel safe when I'm with them during my period. I don't want to be ballistic during my period, just like everybody else. But sometimes I can't. I need space. I need to secure my belly and the kind of pain which I don't know how to deal with. And it's like my brain is like, to come on, where's the war? I'm like that. But I'm the only one who can understand that. During those times, I am away from people. Don't worry, guys. I'm away from people during those times. I don't start a war. I try to, I try to practice mindfulness, as I've said in my previous episodes. So I keep mindfulness. I keep the war inside of me until I can finally get over it, because I am the only one I can control. And this morning, my boyfriend asked me if I was okay while I was suffering there on the bed with my PMS. They actually, medically it's called dysmenorrhea, muscle cramps during periods. And, sometimes I don't feel like going to work, but sometimes my period starts while I'm on work. And even though I have my period, I still go to work because so far, so good. My PMS, the muscle cramps that I feel uh, during my period is just manageable. It will only take a short period of time, not for the entire day. Unlike other women, yes, it's not easy to be on our period. So my boyfriend asked me this morning if I was okay. Do I need anything? I'm like, to be honest, I don't know what to tell him because I was so in pain that in my head I thought, I'm actually okay though. I'm okay. This is my way of life. I'm okay, but I also feel like I don't feel right. No, it's yes or no. I'm like, I just look at him. I look at him like I could, the kind of look in the eyes wherein, please don't ever make me think at this moment. Don't make me think. I am concentrating to tame my feeling, the feeling in my belly and the feeling in my head that I can't understand. Well, actually, he's in safe hands. He's still alive. My boyfriend, and he just reassured me that he's just around. He just want to give me some space, but he's still there for me. Thank you very much. And sometimes, though, since the reason could be unknown why we feel irritable during our period, is that sometimes I thought about taxes. Unknown why we got this deductions. I'm talking about employee taxes. Why? And maybe this is the way nature is taxing us, because Eve tempted Adam to eat the gala, the gala apple. So Eve told Adam, eat this apple. This is delicious. I bought this from Tesco. So that's what Eve did. That was just my own story. There's a real story in the Bible for that. So that's just, you know, allegedly. I was just making fun of it. So maybe the nature is taxing us women because of Eve. Blame it to Eve. But you know what? Fuck it. Look, I personally still want to have monthly periods because it feels good afterwards. And when I have monthly periods, and just like the rest of the women, we still have the capacity to be pregnant and multiply and make the world happy, preserve humanity. Go to the world and multiply. So that's one of our jobs. Thank you very much. And even though I have no choice, I'd still be happy enough to do that. I still do love my, progesterone and estrogen, especially estrogen though, until menopause signals my body to say goodbye to estrogen. And now, it's not only, ladies and gentlemen, it's not only periods, women periods that's gonna blow our minds. It's also the menopausal period. So I'm still getting there. So I couldn't speak about menopausal, but I'm getting there. Everybody's going there anyway. So that's it though. According to research, women do get cranky due to PMS. But the real deal is that it's unknown. It's because of Eve, quote unquote, who enticed Adam to eat the gala apple, quote unquote, allegedly. So it's not an excuse, actually, for women, having PMS not to be women. We just get along with life, and it is what it is. The world moves on, even where we're in our periods. We got along and even enjoy the ride with our periods. Once again, I still do love having periods because it feels good afterwards. It's like a detox in my body. And it could be, women's body could be complicated, but this is all we got, guys. And I love it. I'm not going to exchange my period with 2 million, 1 billion euro. No, I keep my periods. I love this. I love nature. I'm proud of this. That's why I can dare to talk to you right now. So, I'm just sharing my experience today, and I hope you learned something about women today. And if you ever love this episode, you can follow me in YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, even on Amazon Podcasts, Amazon Music. This is Anne, by the way, of Reinforce Me Club. Reinforce Me Club. Your fellow positive reinforcer. I do appreciate your time and have a lovely day ahead. Thank you once again.